Hi guys. It is really late. Great time to start a reading vlog. Actually I am uploading a YouTube video right now. I'm uploading my first chapter challenge video, which I'm super excited about. And I got some book mail today and I thought that I would start one of the new books that I got. I'm really excited. In my blind date with a book video, I got Serpent Dove, and I read that and I absolutely loved it. So of course I had to buy Blood and Honey, the second book, because I had to know what happens next, you know? I just have to know. So I figured we could start Blood and Honey. This is a hefty book. It's over 500 pages. It's 532 pages. Like, this is gonna take me a hot minute to get through, but anyway, it's so late, but like, I think because I've just been staring at the computer screen for the last 2 hours, I'm not that tired. So hopefully cracking this bad boy open will get me sleepy. Also taking melatonin, that always helps. So I'm gonna go crawl in bed, start reading Blood and Honey, and yeah, we'll do a fun little reading vlog together. So grab your book and you can read along with me. We made it 20 pages into the book last night and we have all that to go. Oh my gosh. But it's really good. Not gonna lie, it took my brain a little while to like get back into the story because it's been a little while since I read the first book. Not like a super long time, but it's been a little while, and I usually prefer to read series back to back, whereas like I read the Hush duology and I also read one other book in between, which is not normally the way that I like to do it, but I also just really wanted to read those other books, so that's just how it happened. So it took some brain power to like get back into the story and be like, okay, what exactly happened at the end of the last book, and like these are the characters, this is the world, this is what's happening, because like it jumps right in, like it's because it's the second book, there's not really much world building or anything that needs to happen, so it just kind of gets right to the point. So yeah, but with that being said, I'm really enjoying it thus far, and I just can't, like, it's just such a beautiful book. Like the red, I'm loving it so much, just it's so aesthetic. Anyway, I'm going to keep reading a little bit this morning and drink my coffee and just kind of chill and enjoy my Sunday morning. So yeah, I will do an update with you guys when I've made more of a dent in this book. Sorry if you can hear my dryer in the background. We are doing some laundry, but I wanted to do a little check-in. I made it about 70 pages in. There's a bigger chunk now. It's really good. Like, I'm remembering why I loved the first book so much. Yeah, it's going really well so far. The characters are about to split up for a plan that they're kind of executing, and I hate that. Like, not hate that as in like I dislike the book, but like I hate that in books where like characters separate because something bad always happens, and like it just gives me so much anxiety, especially when it's like dual POV and like something's happening to someone and you hear that perspective and then it switches to the other person and like something else is happening, or they're trying to like get together but they can't for whatever reason. So like I'm nervous. I'm a little nervous about what's gonna happen. Yeah, so I have a few minutes before I have to be at dinner with my parents. My grandpa is in town for Thanksgiving, so we're gonna spend some time with him. And so I have a few minutes before we have to go. So I'm gonna try to do some more reading. So yeah. Soon, I hope.
Yes.
Hi guys, I am officially home now and I am feeling so much better, and I realized that this reading vlog was a little funky. Like, I didn't really do a ton of check-ins, or like, I don't know, I didn't like talk to you guys really throughout the reading process of Blood and Honey, and I also genuinely thought that I would be like on the beach reading every single day and thought that I would finish more than one book in this reading vlog, but that just is not how it turned out, and I thought that I would be like just reading all day because I was sick on the couch. And really, I was so exhausted and I felt so crappy that like essentially like I would be up for a little bit and I would just want to like talk to Jacob like from across the room, or I'd just be like scrolling on my phone because I didn't have the brain capacity to like read or do anything, and then I would just like fade in and out of sleep. Me reading during that time was just not happening as much as I wanted it to. So we only finished Blood and Honey in this reading blog, but I will say that this is a pretty beefy book. It is over 500 pages, which 532 pages, which is the longest book that I've read this year, which is pretty exciting. I did some tabbing of this book. There were a few like key points, and I will say that the beginning was a little bit hard for me to like recollect who all the characters were because I had read a few books in between Serpent and Dove and Blood and Honey, and so and that's why I really like reading series back to back, because you can like just get through it so quick because everything's so fresh in your mind. So it was a little bit of a like, I had to go back and reference the first book a little bit and just kind of be like, who is this person and why are they significant and like what exactly happened and stuff. And then through the middle, it was like, I don't want to give anything away because I genuinely think that you guys should go out and read this book. It was so good. But it was kind of like the epitome of the only reason why there's like this much of a story is because there's a huge lack of communication, which I simultaneously love and hate at the same time, because like I don't like it because it feels like it's just extra story. Like if the characters were to just like communicate, then like there literally wouldn't be this like hunk of story. But also like I kind of like it because it makes you frustrated and it really gets you like involved, and you're like, but they feel this way and they feel this way and they're not talking, and like and it's like frustrating. Yeah, that was kind of like, I don't know, like this part of the book was a lot of that. And then the last hunk of the book, oh my gosh, I devoured. Like it was so intense and like so much stuff was happening, and like finally like characters were communicating, and like it was just, yeah. And then the ending was like heart-wrenching, and like I was like I think 50 pages to the end, and I went on Pango Books and I ordered the last one, which I think is Gods and Monsters or God and Monster or something like that. Because I like have to know how the story concludes. Like I need to know how the overall story ends. Like because of the ending of Blood and Honey, like I have to know. Yeah, so I apologize for not like giving more information throughout reading. I just was like, it was just a weird time. So thanks for like sticking with me through the weird time. Like I thought there was gonna be so much more like Hawaii book and reading content, and like it just didn't really happen. So it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed like the beautiful beach clips and just kind of like getting to see one of our favorite places that we get to spend time with some of our closest friends. And Blood and Honey, I think I would give it either a 4 out of 5 or a 4.5 out of 5. No, probably more like a 4 out of 5. Like only because the chunk in the middle seemed like it could be slimmed down like significantly. At the same time, like I enjoyed reading it. Like it wasn't like unpleasurable to read, if that makes sense, but it just was lacking in some like action, I guess, and some like, I don't know, forward motion. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna stick with 4 out of 5. I think 4 out of 5 is a good rating. I think it fits how I felt about this book, and I'm so curious to read the next one, the last book of the series, and see how the story concludes. Like I'm genuinely so curious, because the way that this ended, everything has changed. Every single character has changed because of what happened at the end of this book. And so I'm curious to see how that's gonna play out with character interactions in the third book. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Blood and Honey. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for joining me and sticking with me through this weird period of time. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in my next video. Happy reading. Bye!